Buena gente, hoy después de mucho tiempo volvemos con la misión de Trazacaminos de Honkai Star Rail. En el capítulo anterior, salteando las continuaciones de Trazacaminos que hicimos anteriormente para grabar, lo hemos dejado en que... Nos dejó algo trágico, la verdad. Han palmado Firefly, ha palmado Robin y pasó muchas cosas de la última vez que jugamos. Y ahora, con el no update, ahora vamos a sacar ahora a Acheron. Va, si es que vamos a sacarlo, porque bueno, actualmente estuve guardando, o sea, me salté a Sparkle y vamos a tirar 53 tickets dorados. No solamente Sparkle quiero, también quiero a Gallagher, que me interesa probarlo, es una... creo que es armonía de fuego. Y bueno, Acheron es nihilidad de Electro, que bueno, como Raiden obviamente y la quiero sacar. Si llega a salir Acheron, voy a tratar de sacar su cono de luz, obviamente. Y bueno, después vamos a ver, no tenemos tickets comunes, que bueno. Y además con el aniversario que tenemos de Honkai Star Rail, tendremos muchos, pero muchos deseos. Es por eso que digo que voy a sacar tanto su personaje, y si la saco, ni bien salga, su cono de luz. Si no, será solamente el personaje. Así que bueno, vamos a actualmente 5, 10, 15... 20, 22 deseos, 22. Más 53 lo dejaríamos en 75. Y además con lo que saque vamos a sacar más. Así que bueno, vamos a ver si sale o no Acheron. Porque estoy jugando muy un 50-50 y la quiero a Acheron. Así que bueno, vamos con los primeros 10 deseos. ¿Se está grabando? Espero que sí, sí. Vamos con los primeros 10. A ver qué toca. Nada. Pero vamos a dejar la animación. Capaz salga Gallagher. Me interesa Gallagher, Porque como te cura, con coquita. Y es lo que yo tomo. Aunque actualmente no la tengo. O sea, estoy tranquilo, vengo del trabajo. Bueno, no mucho tranquilo ya que después de lo que pasó el stream del domingo. Ahora estoy un poquito más relajado, pero ahora estoy relajando con té. Así que bueno. Puta, me quemé. Vamos a seguir. Así que bueno, cono de luz obviamente. No me interesa nada lo de 3 estrellas. A mí me interesa lo de 4. Y si sale Gallagher obviamente. Ese cono de luz ya lo tengo. No hubo suerte. Vamos con los segundos. 10. 32. No, 42. Nope. También épico. Hasta que no salga Gallagher, no voy a saltear la animación. No. 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 El 3 veces el mismo me das. ¡Listo! Ya tengo a Gallagher. Y ahora sí voy a saltear la animación. 22, 42, 52. Nada, ahora sí salteo. Otro cono de luz, este del 7 de marzo. Ay, que pierdo la cuenta. 20, 32, 42, 52, 62. No. Mira, otra vez Gallagher y ahora me toca una pela. 72. No tengo suerte. Un cono de luz, esto de los nuevos. ¿Quién es? No puedo ver quién es. Buenas noches, que duermas bien. De la nihilidad. Por cada estado negativo que tenga el enemigo, tendré que ver las guías a ver quién me conviene. Bueno, hasta ahora 72. Vamos a recompensas canjeables, así canjeamos más. Canjeó 2 más, lamentablemente. Pero en un futuro voy a conseguir más. Mira, me faltan 4, dale. Bueno, 5 deseos. 73. 74. 75. Me estoy poniendo nervioso. 76. 77. No hubo suerte, loco. De 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 55 deseos y no quiere salir Akeron, loco, dale. Voy a perder el 50-50, lo sé muy bien. Me hacen gastar tantos deseos o tickets para que pierda el 50-50. Tenemos un honor anónimo, que bueno, como tiene tantos deseos. Nivel 3, bien, reclamo todo. Personajes. Ah, cierto, puedo subir a Gallagher, a ver si se puede. Sí, se puede, bien.
Intuition, instinct. Training can sharpen them both.
Ok. Recogemos. Si seguimos subiendo. Se puede, bien, perfecto.
Intuition, instinct. Training can sharpen them both.
Ay, pero... Ah, tengo que jugar con este. Desbloqueo por tiempo limitado. Pero bueno. No pasa nada. Después lo desbloqueo. A ver. Y pela, que bueno... A ver, ¿qué soy? ¿De pela? E4. Ok, la voy a hacer pronto de 6. Tengo que tener cuidado de desbloquear la E6 porque tiene 16 años. Así que tengan cuidado. No se desbloqueen E6 pela. Mucho menos E6 clara. Y... Ah, cierto, teníamos el deseo común gracias a Gallagher. A ver qué nos toca en este. He tirado un par fuera de cámara. No tocaron nada. ¿Vos me estás jodiendo que en el permanente me vas a dar un 5 estrellas? ¡Me estás jodiendo! Y a ver qué toca, cono de luz o personaje. Bueno. Me tocó el cono de luz para Well Shang. Que tengo a Well Shang y encima 2 deseos más. Así que bueno, bien, salió Word. Y encima 2 deseos más. Pero, en serio, con uno que tire, me vas a dar. A ver, Cosmiluz. Bien, ya tenemos 2 más. Y capaz uno más. Y miren. A ver ahora si sale, ojo. 78. No. 79. El 79. El 79. Dale, me estás jodiendo. Pero bueno. A ver, vamos a cambiar el cono de luz de Well Shang. ¿Cuál tenía Well Shang? Lo voy a jugar a Well Shang en un futuro. ¿Qué es? Nihilidad imaginaria. Bueno, cambiamos el de Kafka de 4 estrellas por el de Well Shang. Potenciamos. Lo jugaría a Well Shang o a Doctor Ratio si no tuviera un healer bueno diferente a Luocha. Porque bueno, Luocha es top tier y es imaginario. Ahí estamos, bien. Ah, me estoy pajeando, así que chao. A la verga. Listo, chao. Porque ustedes no quieren verme subir los artefactos. Pero podría ser, a ver, ¿cuánto me falta para el 80? 40. Y en misiones, ¿cómo vamos? A ver... En las dailies, antes de arrancar con la nueva misión. 10. Ah, listo, termino las dailies y... Personaje de apoyo y ruptura de debilidad 5 veces. Ah, listo. Entonces lo que vamos a hacer es esto. Vamos a ir al de donde está Gallagher. Desbloquea tiempo limitado. Ya que estamos. Gallagher. Ascendemos. Este. ¿Qué se necesita? Ok, electrocuántico. Va a estar complicado, ¿eh? Imaginario, obviamente, el U8. A ver. Electro, vamos a poner Estel. Y de apoyo cuántico podemos poner a Fushuan. Dale. Y vamos a comenzar el desafío. Uy, le puse demasiado azúcar al coso. Bueno. Se está cargando las texturas.
Our fortune is clouded.
Vamos a dejar que peleen ellos.
Together as one.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Espero que no sea tan fuerte. Para que...
Ill fate descends.
Nothing major.
O sea, ¿cuántos legendarios he sacado en el banner permanente? Tiré uno solo. Uno solo. Y me hace el cono de luz de Well Shang. Mira, mira vos.
Yin and yang.
The dead return.
No sé qué hizo Fu Shuang. Purga de fuego.
Awaken. Human creations.
Ill fate descends.
Es un nuevo enemigo
Beneath the waters lies an endless
que
abyss.
todavía no hemos desbloqueado. Creo que es de los nuevos que están acá.
Ill tidings manifest.
Nothing major.
Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it. Ill fate descends.
Está buena Fu Shuang, por lo que veo.
The dead return.
Como dije, yo usaría a Well Shang si encontrara un mejor healer que Luocha.
Ill tidings manifest.
Wow es una de ellas. De esos healers.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Human creations.
Keep up. You can fight it or rock with it.
Y listo. Creo que hicimos ruptura de debilidad, ¿no? O no llegamos. ¡Ah! Me quedo con las ganas. Y mejora cualquier artefacto una vez. Ah, listo. Vamos a mejorar un artefacto. ¿Cuál mejoramos? ¿Cuál mejoramos? ¿Cuál mejoramos? Shanking, no. Viento. Kinke, no. Vamos a mejorar un artefacto antes de seguir. A ver, Black Swan no creo. Ya tiene buenos artefactos. 15, 15, 15. 15, 15, 12. O sea, tengo que farmear artefactos. Disculpen esa atrocidad. Kinke, a ver. Ah, lástima que este no. A ver, recomendado Kinke. No, Cerval. Cerval. Acá Cerval. Y a ver, ¿qué me recomendás? Recomendado. Daño de rayo. Ah, este está bien. Y este. ¿Cuál tenés? Ataque. Recuperación de energía. Punto de vida. Punto de vida. Ah, está bien, más o menos. Y este. Ataque necesita. Y es el único que tiene. Bueno, vamos a potenciar este. Ya fue. Necesitamos mejorar. Para poder tirar un deseo más. Y dejarlo en 80. Bueno. Última tirada. Antes de arrancar con el... Con la misión de Trazacaminos. Mira, llevamos 15 minutos y aún no empezamos, Yo también, que me distraigo fácilmente. Podría haber hecho logros, qué pelotudo. Ah, no, igual no me alcanzaba. Eran 5. Bueno, número 80. Acheron o Himeko. Porque es muy probable que salga Himeko. 80. ¿En serio? ¡Voy a 80! ¡Dale! Bueno, Gallagher. Ahora 81. Sácame esto. $81. Jugándome un 50-50. Me he gastado todos los deseos que me he ahorrado por Sparkle. Dale. ¿Por qué no me das? Dale. Me estoy volviendo loco. Ay, la historia de Honkai Star Rail es muy buena. Pero el gacha te hace enojar mucho. Bueno, ¿en qué estábamos? En Gallagher, que ahora soy E1. No, E2. Creo que E2. Sí.
Careful. Don't get too lost in those sweet dreams.
Y un cono de luz de él. Sí, el de Gallagher, obviamente. Lo equipamos. Ya que este es Gallagher. Sí, sí, a ver. Abundancia, sí. Me serviría Gallagher, para reemplazar al Gocha. Necesito ver unos buenos teams.
Intuition, instinct. Training can sharpen them both.
Y lo voy a dejar acá porque quiero usar el resto para si me sale Acheron o no. Me va a salir, pero quiero que me salga ahora para no... Recogemos todo. Y bueno, a ver... Ah, sí. Vamos a tirar el último deseo de los regulares. Me sale otro legendario, me muero. No, ya va a salir con si me salió otro legendario. Bueno. A ver, ¿cuánto voy para elegir mi personaje? 172. A Jimeko la tengo. Well, sí, sí, sí y sí. Me faltan Clara y Bailu. Bueno. Vamos a empezar con la misión de Trazacaminos de Colonipenal. Sí, hice tantas vueltas para evitar toda esa malaria. Vamos. Acá está Venturino. Acá nos encontramos a Robin, que la verdad no sé si creer que está viva o muerta, porque va a ser personaje jugable. Se confirmó. Y... ¿dónde está el armado de equipos? Acá. Y va a ser muy lindo. Armonía física va a ser Robin. Pero no duele tanto más como la de Firefly. Bueno. A continuar con la misión de Trazacaminos.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin. Well, first of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie. This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC.
Un recuerdo.
Did you really think the Galaxy Rangers were outsiders this whole time? Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality. What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line. Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission. Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter. an unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity. Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die? It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time, and I'm willing to wait. I just hope you realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows, right?
Podría tener razón. Si vieron el video Yuri entre Black Swan y Acheron, Acheron la desplumó a Black Swan.
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do. But you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express. I told you I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison. This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death. It'll just quietly float off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever being the wiser. That's not fair, right? So then, friend, I need your help. I have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means. Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions, and that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you. And the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice. And I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win situation.
¿Cuál será el truco? Quiere que nos aprovechemos de convencer a la familia, los anónimos nunca se convienen con la corporación. No puedo decir Toyo.
Don't worry, just head back and talk things over with your companions. That navigator is really smart.
Himeko.
She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me.
¿Será que Himeko va a morir acá? Es muy seguro, lo sé. Porque si en Honkai Impact 3 la Himeko de ese juego murió, me imagino que en esta raid va a pasar lo mismo.
Oh, and take this. thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it. So long, friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the truth about death with everyone.
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
¿Y esa sonrisa, Estelle?
What now?
Ah.
What are your plans?
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
Ok. Vamos a hablar con Cisne Negro, con Black Swan.
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be.
Suena diferente ahora Black Swan.
He doesn't know about Miss Firefly yet. But, judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on, and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death, to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking. That's quick thinking and very sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers.
Por lo segundo, tengo que tener en cuenta el Luciano.
That is something I agree on. Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail. In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern. As for the other questions...
La muerte. Anotado algún usual. Voy a responder esta más tarde. A lo último lo voy a dejar. A ver. ¿Anotado algún usual?
Two victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span. In and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or, everything has been planned out and executed by someone. If someone has chosen these victims deliberately, first a smuggler, then a family celebrity, then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over.
¿Crees que esto está relacionado con Askeron?
Sorry, I can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of providing an answer. But without a doubt, she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her.
La muerte asesinó a Robin.
I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
No tengo más preguntas.
It's all happened so quickly, I can only make a conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify the source of this confusion.
Cisne Guerra tenía el caótico paisaje nórdico.
Come, this way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost.
Bueno. Esto también hay un mini evento acá del aniversario, regalos festivos y eso. Bueno, esto ya lo reclamé obviamente. Me falta por reclamar 18 de estos. Más 10 en el futuro, que creo que saldrán cuando salga el banner de Aventurino. Y después tenemos este mini evento también con Odisea, que bueno, eso lo voy a estar haciendo pronto. Que seguramente lo voy a estar haciendo esto. Lo voy a estar haciendo cuando termine esto de la misión de Trazacaminos, a ver qué es. Aguantá el Black Veladora. A vos sí te tengo, mira, mira. Ahora somos dos. La. Bueno. Ay, no me vas a recordar esto. Cuando vimos morir a Firefly. Ay, la concha de su madre. Ay, la concha de su madre. Un teléfono medio descolorido yace en el suelo, con imagen de dos personas sonrientes sin enviar. El teléfono se desvanece por completo en una burbuja de ensueño. Uf. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué todas las personas que me encariño se mueren?
This way. This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare. Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened. And it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths. And ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Ah, hold on just a sec.
Cisne negro roza ligeramente tu oreja y te deja una sensación de frío. Después te da una carta.
There you go. A small parting gift. If one day you unfortunately fall into the deep waters of the memory zone, and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf. I also pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you.
Gracias.
Then, I've something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's leave things there, shall we? What fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
Me encanta Pom Pom que está durmiendo ahí. Stel, ¿todavía has estado en el hotel del paisaje nórdico? Stel. ¿Tienes algún problema? Nos separamos en la zona, no recuerdo, pero Stel está con la guardamemorias. Estoy nerviosa, ayuda. Marzo, tranquila. ¿Es necesario que me baje? Por ahora no. Está bien, solamente si necesitas algo. El hotel fantasía del mundo real es muy tranquilo, no sucede nada. ¿Dónde están? Terminé de investigar mi parte, ¿dónde nos encontramos? ¡Stel! Stel, me alegro mucho de que estés a salvo. Esta señorita no hizo nada malo, ¿verdad? Dame todo lo que pasó a Luciérnaga, a Firefly. La familia acordó la escena. Estamos finalizando la negociación con uno de los representantes de la familia. Encontramos en algún lugar cerca de la estatua del relojito.
A family rep. Is Himiko okay?
This is ridiculous.
Se me está lagueando un poco, no sé por qué. Encima las texturas cargan muy lento. ¿Qué onda? Ahí está.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Hace un tiempo, en la zona de los recuerdos.
That blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter?
Oh.
Of those slain by your hand?
Hace varios días, en la mansión de Fuego Eterno.
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
You're still alive. As are you. You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind. And then go.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
Taurus Fire Demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that Eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, I don't blame them, but my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance? I plan to bring purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have. Emanator. You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this. Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is
Termina esta escena y
important is not the
voy a
answer,
reiniciar el juego.
but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity.
Acheron habla mientras su mano descansa suavemente sobre la empuñadura de la espada.
I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow. May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you...
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. I know who is inside that cold armor.
¿No será?
How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time.
¿No será?
I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for her?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Che, esto es nuevo. Ahora puso yo en rojo. Y es lo típico de Acheron, que hable en rojo. Vamos a ver qué tipo de... Yo consigo, dejen...
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
Hang on. I...
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light, and to burn, to keep on burning, until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
Ok. Ahora, en el momento dorado.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
Así cambia el puerto.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity.
undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
Lo tratan de ocultar porque sabemos que Robin Sparkle se transforma en Robin.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
De acuerdo, Himeko, está ahí de acuerdo.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making...
I get why,
Uy, se me acabó.
but there's a whole lot of...
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. She's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore. A lot of bad guys and...
No pasa nada por sentirme cuando quieras.
You...
Y se pone feliz.
No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
Ok. Bueno, no nos queda otra. Vamos a colaborar con Aventurino. Decimos estatus sobre tu conversación. Fantástico, tu respuesta fue más veloz de lo que esperaba. De ahora en adelante, todos trabajaremos juntos. Ten este pequeño regalo. Es un placer trabajar juntos. Eso es mucho dinero. Oye, deberías ser más frente con tu dinero. Lo aceptaré solo esta vez. Uy, ¿le envié antes de tiempo? Voy a agregar un poco más para desearte una buena suerte en tu próximo espectáculo. Ya tenemos 20.000. Tal como esperaba, la familia quiere ocultar la verdad sobre el caso de Robin. Su caso es un secreto entre nosotros. Pero el otro, eso depende de qué excusa se haya preparado para ustedes. Ahora tengo que irme. No puedo esperar a ver su magnífica actuación.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Bueno. Voy a hacer esto. A ver. Voy a ponerme acá en solo cámara. Porque lo que voy a hacer es sacar el juego. Y volver a ponerlo. ¿Sigue grabando? Sí. A ver ahora. Porque como vieron las cinemáticas tanto que vieron en Acheron se me está un poquito lagueando. No sé si sería eso. Ahí estoy lagueándome de nuevo. Si es sacar y vuelvo a poner el juego. Esperemos que sea eso. Y si no es eso, bueno. Tendré que ver qué mierda pasa. Ahí estamos de nuevo. Bien, movemos esta rail. Bien.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Sigo sin nada. Bueno. Vamos a charlar. Himiko.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
Quizá por el hotel.
Attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that.
La familia.
He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here.
Acheron.
Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her, and can't rush to any conclusions.
¿Y el expreso a nosotros?
I was also considering this possibility, especially because he respects you so much and has sought you out before a few times.
Aún no puedo sacar conclusión.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Entonces puede comprar 30 cápsulas de esas que te venden croma de $200. Arrepentú. Pues es un ludópata. Vamos con Welt. A ver. Bueno, bien. Tenemos más de estas. 128. A ver, quiero ver también si el apartado gráfico, si es eso también. Cableos gráficos, 60, 08, 06, baja, 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 sí, todo bajo está. A ver, vuelta. Y si en vez de 60 lo pongo en 30, total no hace mucha diferencia. Ahí.
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious. Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
Qué raro parecer Macron. Es una persona muy gentil, es una persona muy misteriosa. Misteriosa. Qué raro. Y ahora me ponen rojo, dale.
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric,
En serio.
predictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
Chabón, ahora también tengo que soportar eso. Ahora me estoy dudando si desbloquear o no a Acheron. A ver, generación perdida. ¿Cuánto recibiré? 50 el término. Y Marzo, ¿dónde estás, Marzo? En el tejado. Linda vista, ¿no, Marzo? Ya pasó 7 de marzo. Ahora es 27 de marzo. Le agregamos un 20. Ya no es 7 de marzo. Ahora es 27 de marzo. Chiste malo.
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up. But I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. But everything's just some horrible prank.
No sé, ojo. Hoy Overs confirmó que Robin va a ser jugable. Tengo mis dudas.
Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here? Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
Tengo todos los sueños en la media.
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down.
Por eso conseguí a Gallagher para que te dé curación. A través de coquitas.
But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the two murders that she witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on adventures together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
Tranquila, Marzo. Welt está casado con alguien llamada Tesla.
I will. Keep in touch.
Tiene algo parecido a Himeko.
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
¿Qué?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Welt.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
Caray, casi como se siente la tensión.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Oof.
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
Uf, qué tensión.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions. Such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is she okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
She's fine. Let's just stick with the topic. Gaining my trust depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Se me cayó todo.
By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
Ok. En el mismo momento, en el mundo real.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch, this music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened?
Ala.
The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact. And that's how it should have gone. But along the way,
Yo lo digo. Esto parece un juego de RPG, se está volviendo un juego de terror psicológico.
it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... No. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet at Pentacone and send an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
En el mismo momento, pero al otro lado. Cambiando la perspectiva de Aventurino. Aventurino ya tiene una idea de lo que está pasando. Debe reunirse con el rol para recuperar su sujeto perdido y pedir lo que pertenece.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy three eyes and gaze upon this child.
Tres ojos, Tenshihan.
When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me. Does the baby swaddle sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! 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 The rain! It's raining!
Raining? Raining!
It is raining! It's true! Those outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed.
Ratio.
Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was
Luciana.
a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. Oh, she must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go.
Sparkle.
These two murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible, Gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
Well, there are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Los abuesos. De ahí está Gallagher.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. Starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday?
Sunday.
Sí, Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Oh, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk.
Veo uno de los píos acá para reclamar. Sí, tengo una cosa que reclamar todavía.
Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
Y esto sigue,
Here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
Actores del destino. A medida que avance la historia, tendrá la oportunidad de recorrerla desde las perspectivas de otros personajes. Perspectiva cambiada, aventurino. El personaje que pertenece a esta perspectiva se convierte automáticamente en el primer personaje del equipo cuando entres en la perspectiva correspondiente por primera vez. En la interfaz de ramificación en el destino puedes revisar a qué perspectiva el personaje corresponde a las misiones en curso o misiones completadas. Si necesitas cambiar de perspectiva para continuar la historia, haz clic para entrar en actores del destino. Para más detalle revisa tutoriales. Haz clic para cambiar el personaje de destino. Ahí podemos seleccionar si seguir con Estelle o seguir con Aventurino. Indemnización doble, bueno. Y creo que ya podríamos abrir, ¿no? Exactamente. ¿Cuánto vamos de grabación? 1 hora y media. Bueno, podemos continuar un rato más. Vamos a dar las 2 horas. Y a ver. 82.90. No. ¡No quiere salir! 82.90. No sé si continuar con Estelle. Ok, ya tenemos Aventurino antes de que salga Aventurino, ¿eh? Ya tengo unas cosas, a ver. Voy a cambiarlo ahora, a ver. Ahora lo voy a poner en nuevo 60, a ver si ya se reparó esto. Me encanta que caiga de las fichas, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa si cambio? Cierto. Tiramos. Tengo algo nuevo acá, ¿no? No, todavía no. ¿Qué pasa si cambio la perspectiva de Estelle ahora mismo? A ver si pongo acá esto. Paisaje onírico, 1 de 27. Bueno, tenemos un pequeño rato. A ver, vamos a cambiar la perspectiva a Estelle. ¿Qué pasaría? Ahora vamos por Estelle.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Ahora no tengo ninguna misión con Estelle. Ya entendí. ¿Ven? Ahí está. Sí, no pasa nada. Ok. Bueno, vamos a continuar con Aventurino.
Feeling lucky.
Tranquilidad total.
Feeling lucky.
A ver, boludo.
Hey, you two! That's a place of business. No entry.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned it to you.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
Okay.
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the Mobile Knights.
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the Mobile Knights. Enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
Ok. Cofrecito, no me deja agarrarlo.
Dead end.
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these Nightingale statues. The direction of the statues can be controlled. On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct positions.
Ujú.
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
Bueno, a ver, primero déjame agarrar el cofrecito. Listo.
A reward with no risk. I'll take it.
Toma ficha. Pum. Bueno. Conseguí la pista de la estatua del ruiseñor. Algo por acá. No. No. Ujú. Cofrecito, bien. ¿Cuánto vamos para pedir? 33, re pobres. Pero qué bronca, loco, en serio. Estoy en el 83.90. Lo había dejado en 22.90 y no salió ninguno. Ninguno legendario. Tiro uno en el común. Me sale el cono de luz legendario de Welt. Me estás jodiendo. Ah, pero no tengo healer. Vamos a tener que cambiar. A ver, encima aventurino es imaginario. Acá me caga. Así que vamos a cambiar al 8. Ahora sí. ¿Qué?
Dirty tricks, all right.
Antes que me hagan pija.
Never falters.
Watch your head. An elusive foretelling.
Ill tidings manifest.
Spend freely.
Soy rico.
No dirty.
Retribution will find you.
Ah, acá carga. Cada que reciben golpes, carga la pasiva. Bueno, está interesante. ¿Qué hace la ulti?
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Obtiene apuesta ciega al azar y afecta con sobresalto a un enemigo. Además, si cuando toca daño aumenta.
Continue or remain. Ill fate descends.
Let's settle this.
Ah.
The dead return.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Hope you're prepared.
Ill tidings manifest.
Hedge your bets.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Destiny. Ill fate descends.
Oh, se cansó y ahora se recuperó.
Nothing major.
Ill tidings manifest.
Bloom. Repay.
In the name of legend, a will forged in ice never falters.
Bueno, vamos a tomar un tiempo.
This ends here.
Congela 3.
What do you want to know?
Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
No dirty tricks.
Eternal step.
Dead return.
It's on me.
Hope
The
you're
dice
prepared.
have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Destiny,
I'll see you off.
Se puso como loco.
Sure, I'll play.
Sure, we'll play.
Ill tidings manifest.
This ends here.
Te congelo de nuevo.
Let's settle this.
What do you...
Ill fate descends.
Hedge your bets.
Ill tidings manifest. Memories beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Eternal Sith.
Dead return.
Che, ahora que me doy cuenta, la primera vez que tengo un buen ping acá.
Watch your head.
Normalmente tengo mal ping.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters.
Ill fate descends.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all in.
I underestimated you.
Is that all? Watch your head.
This ends here.
You
Está interesante el gameplay de Aventurino.
Ill tidings manifest.
Sure, I'll play it.
Ill fate descends.
Me encanta ese.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Vamos que lo matamos. Al pedo la ulti, pero bueno, no pasa nada.
Never falters.
What do you want to know?
Ill tidings manifest.
Vamos que lo matamos. Decime que sí, decime que sí. Ahí está, listo. Cada vez está más costando, En este me das
Quality merchandise.
30. Ahora, ¿dónde hay que ir? ¿Dónde hay que ir? Por acá, ¿no? No, hay que bajar. Nada, esto era por el boss nada más. Ok. Entonces aquí por el otro lado. Bien. Ah, que tengo enemigos por acá. ¡Ah, que tengo enemigos también por acá! Estaba rodeadísimo.
Destiny isn't sure.
Ill fate descends.
I hit the mark.
I'll see you off.
Ahí está. Va, cierto, 2 de 3.
Memories are
Ya fue,
beneath
vamos a
the
los picos.
waters lies an endless abyss.
No me sirve ninguno.
The dice have been cast.
Ah, tengo que elegir. Es uno. Como Torratio.
Take it all. Watch your head.
Destiny is apparent.
Ill fate descends.
Caso no me sirve
Hedge your
Gepard.
bets. It's on me.
Ahí ya.
All
Memories are beneath
Tíralo,
the
Black Sun.
waters lies an endless abyss.
Black Sony es la que más leveleada tengo con todo full
Destiny is
habilidades, full level. Por eso está muy bufiada, porque bueno. Y Akron va a seguir.
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
¿Cuánto me das? 20. 83. Faltan 80. ¿Cómo vamos en el recorrido? 4 de 27. Ay, Dios, el mapa. Ajá, me parece que vamos a tener que reiniciarlo. Tengo que volver. Porque tenemos esto activado, así que lo tengo que desactivar. De nuevo. Recuperamos las pelotas. Activame. R. Activamos este. Activamos este. Activamos este para evitar conflicto.
6 nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint
But are these nightingales?
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the Phi family, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with this?
Me encanta la desesperación de Dr. Rote diciendo este pelotudo. Vamos, regresan por el mismo camino. Este tiene que apuntar para arriba. Este por la derecha. Ah, no, que estaba bien. Ese sí estaba bien. Este por la izquierda, bien. Arriba, derecha, izquierda. Arriba, arriba, derecha. Así sería, ¿no? Sí.
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on that already.
I was being sarcastic.
Ay, me causa gracia. A ver, algún cofrecito oculto. Por ahora nada. Seguimos avanzando.
Oh, impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous.
Rompecabezas acá.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head down.
Ok. Realizar el consejo de la familia frente a Sunday. Sí, sí, ahora son las 5 de la tarde. Debería fijarme el coso ese del PvP, pero parece que no hay nada. Ya no hay más nada de nada. Meme de la... Ah, no, es el mismo enemigo que le vencí fácilmente. Relojito, a ver. Vamos a repararlo. Reparado. Mira que me olvidé cómo repararlo, Lo despertamos. Cucú. 60 nos quedan para el próximo. Bajamos. Ancla de espacio activada. 55. ¿Qué pasa si no vamos por acá? Descubrimos algunas cosas más. Déjeme investigar. Muela vieja. 50. ¡Corre! 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 No debí meterme acá. Y a ver si vamos por acá. Director verde. Sí, tengo que encontrar todos los pajaritos de acá, de esta zona, y me dará Hades. Hay rompecabezas arriba, que ahí lo vamos a armar. Estoy tirando, dale. ¡Dale! Ahí está. Ahí se rompió, bien, perfecto. Subimos, vamos con el rompecabecitas. Y el cofre que teníamos pendiente. Teníamos 50. A ver, rompecabezas. A ver, gas. Este acá. Este... Acá, ¿no? Sí. No. Este es un poquito más complicado, ¿eh? Este lo dejo acá un momento, a ver. Este acá. Ahí. Este acá, bien. Este acá. Este acá. Este acá. Y este acá. Perfecto. Apareció uno. ¿Cuántos nos quedan? 20, creo que era 40, ¿no? Nos quedan 30 o 27. Así lo evito. 25. Ahora tengo que bajar. Podemos ir por acá. ¡Apúrate! Ajá. Ahí continuamos, 20. 15.
Take it, if it's to your liking.
No podemos cruzar por acá, 20. Y con esto ya está. Busca todas las... Me cago en tu madre. Asusté todas las recompensas. Sí, como dije, este es 20 y con este ya estaríamos. Para abrir el próximo. Bueno, este acá y este acá. Que no cabe. Ahora sí.
Hardly worth mentioning.
Abrimos acá. ¿Qué es eso lo de arriba? Me interesa, ¿eh? Y bueno, ya podemos abrir el número 83. A ver. ¡Señores! ¡Señores! Voy a apagar la pantalla. No estoy viendo nada. Tengo la pantalla apagada. Si ven el reflejo de mi celular, la pantalla está totalmente apagada. Ah, tengo un espejo acá. ¿Lo ven? ¿Ven el desastre que tengo? La pantalla la tengo apagada. Así que bueno. Perdí el 50-50. O lo gané. A ver qué me toca. ¡Lo sabía! ¡Lo sabía! Vamos de nuevo. Sabía yo, ¿eh? Así que bueno, vamos a hacer esto. Propiedades. Acheron 090. Ah, concha de su madre. Y ahora estamos así. Encima Gepard me toca. No puede ser. Ah, pero puedo tirar otras dos más. Bueno. Bueno, vamos con el 1.90. Me salió el de Luca. Y sabe que no toca nada, así que bueno. Ah, pero puedo tirar otro más, ¿no? ¿Qué? Voy a tirar otro más si me cagaron, loco. Bueno. No hubo suerte. Nunca tengo suerte. No he ganado en ningún momento un 50-50 en este. Siempre los perdí. A diferencia del Genshin que los paso ganándolos. Pero en este caso los pierdo. ¿Ves lo que yo digo? Te redesmotiva el gacha. Me parece que voy a sacar a Acheron cuando fuera de cámara. Pero quiero sacarlo dentro de cámara. Qué paja, loco. Qué paja. No hay nada más. Bueno, dale, continuemos.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong? Are we heading the wrong way?
No, but this door is locked.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
Me olvidé de actualizar el Acheron 290. Pero lo voy a poner... No, sí, acá. Ahí.
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him. If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall or this place will be our prison.
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time. Right, Doctor?
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Por cierto, a ver, ya puedo hacer... Gepard de 1. Qué paja, loco. No quería Gepard de 1. Mira, Gepard fue el primero que me cagó el 50-50 cuando yo estaba buscando a Cele. Al usar una habilidad básica, la prueba de congelación aumenta.
The Silvermane Guards stand ready to defend Bellabong.
Fine. Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
Bueno, volvemos donde estábamos. Mira, tenía que subir acá. Pero abrite, mierda. No quiero quilombos por ahora. Por ahora.
Found it. This is it.
Mira, hay otro cofre por acá. Que no lo vi, Podría atacarlo, pero no. Por acá. Medio al pedo, Cuando tranquilamente podría haber hecho esto. Podría haberme dado clara, Vamos a abrir esto.
Mind your manners.
Watch your head.
Ill tidings manifest.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Mind your manners. Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Eso está bueno que podamos probar aventurino.
The dead return.
Nothing major.
Ill fate descends.
Hope you're prepared.
Let's settle this.
A ver, ¿cuánto me va a tardar en conseguir a Acheron?
Beneath the waters lies an
Espero que no
endless
mucho.
abyss.
This ends here.
What do you want?
Dice que durante esta semana voy a conseguir 20. Más con el fin de mes, que tendríamos más deseos.
Mind your manners. Ill fate descends.
It'll heal.
Sí, pégale a Gepard. Le doy permiso.
Never falters.
I hit the mark.
Destiny is apparent. Ill tidings manifest. Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
Is that all? The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Destiny is apparent. Ill fate descends.
Hedge your bets.
You chose the wrong.
Ahí está, listo. Reclamamos el cofrecito.
The enjoyment of collecting.
Mira acá. Pero dale, luego ya. ¿Y esta caja? Ah. Dos nada más. Cofre.
Quality merchandise.
Y acá ya estaríamos.
The nameplate reads River's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny. You know, this reminds me of a tunnel I once saw that could show
lo que vamos a usar ahora.
through it.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to remain silent when you should.
Vamos a regresar en el vestíbulo. Inspecciona la maqueta de nuevo. Insertar el arco de Gilliver en la ranura.
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. You know, with the blocks. I've never played with them before. I wonder if it's more interesting as stacking chips. Oh, look. The gap is closed. And it fits perfectly. So, what's next?
Bueno, interactuar el arco de Gilbert. Y entramos en un nuevo universo. ¡Esa! Doctor Ratio Shingeki. Arre.
Oh, good heavens. Did I drink? Am I still in a dream?
Indeed.
Doctor, you're huge. It's me! Down here! In the sand pit! Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that. Oh, fine. Just kidding. Let's find a way to open the door.
¿Sigue estando Doctor Ratio ahí? No lo veo. Che, alto bug, Salió de casualidad, A ver, acá cuántos hay. 10 de 27. Vamos al rompecabezas. Ahí vaya. Recontra desmotivante, la verdad. No puede ser que... No he ganado nunca un 50-50. ¿Y vos por qué seguís bugueado? Ni uno he ganado. ¿Y este por qué está muerto? No. Ahora soy un recibo industrial. Che, esto ya está. Esto ya no es normal. Este era el gacha que no lo podemos usar. Acá rompecabezas. Este está haciendo la T-pose. Hola, soy un NPC. Ay, Dios mío. Ahí. Ah, no, estaba bien. Está acá. Está acá. Está acá. 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 Y acá. Dije acá. Ahí está. Ahí está el cofre. Ustedes no saben lo frustrante que es farmearte tanto sin tirar Hades y que te pase esto. A todo esto, ¿dónde quedan las fichas? Recoge las piezas del rompecabezas. ¿Y dónde me la dejaron? No puedes interactuar. Dale, gracioso. Ajá, qué gracioso. Ah, bueno, lo que faltaba.
Hedge your bets.
Memories are beneath the water.
Ah, no, con hielo.
Lies an endless abyss.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely. It'll heal. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Destiny is a ill fate descends.
Hedge your bets.
Listo. Ahora podemos volver.
Another precious memory to hold on to.
Solo uno. Pero soy lo más horrible del mundo. Chabón. ¿Qué clase de...
base model.
Y ni siquiera te evoca.
I am an Oak soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service.
¿El código?
And tell me about the tour.
Hello. Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model.
Dar una patada.
Model. Happy to be of service.
Darle una patada.
Generating guide. Please wait patient.
Darle otra patada.
The nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me. A capsule machine model. Shit.
Se puede gritar, el soldado se desploma. Ni siquiera tuvo tiempo de que digas con 5 estrellas.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness.
I saw nothing.
Ay, la puta madre, que ahí lo estoy viendo. Ahí sí lo veo, che. Terroríficamente terrorífico. Che, fuera de joda, esto es tenebroso, se está volviendo. Bueno. Busca la máquina de bola. Y hasta las descripciones siguen el juego. Bueno, es un juego de...
Capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor, do me a favor.
No. Tendré que ver qué mierda es.
So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem... Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough. Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base here. And it's empty, too. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall. Like the arch. Wait here, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Finally, a moment of peace.
¿Podemos ver a Aventurino acá? No se lo ve. Bueno, yo diría que lo dejemos hasta acá. Y mientras veo cuál es el problema en las cinemáticas. Porque no puede ser que se trabe mucho. Pero bueno. Arrancamos el capítulo para el culo. No conseguí Acheron, me dieron un par de 1. Y ahora verán acá arriba que ahora voy 2.90 para el asegurado de Acheron. Así que... Y así voy a tener que despedirme del cono de luz, lamentablemente. A ver, ¿y cuánto vamos con los deseos? Me faltan 60. Así que nada más que decir. Suscríbete a mi canal, Julius Gameplays. Vamos a seguir continuando durante el lapso de los días sobre Colonipenal. Y bueno, síganme en Twitter y en la plataforma morada. Un saludo a todos y nos vemos en la próxima.